hospital employees, all the healthcare workers there. We did that, I believe it was last Wednesday. We all came together, Mount Airy Fire Department, Mount Airy Police Department, Surrey County Sheriff's Office, State Highway Patrol, of course, us. We all got together, and Pilot Mountain Rescue and EMS and Dobson Rescue Squad. We all came together and was able to circle the hospital with our lights on and line Worth Street there in front of the ER and kind of welcome the new shift as they was coming in and applaud the shift that was coming out. So that was nice. We were able to, show support for our local heroes as well that are also on the front lines with us. So that may be something that we do in the future too. But we got a lot of weird glances seeing Worth Street completely full from one stoplight to the other of red lights. Concerned some people, I believe. But I think we figured out pretty quickly what we was doing. But does anyone have any questions or anything for me that I can hopefully try to answer?
Thank you. For you guys, I don't think anybody can ever be ready, but I do feel comfort knowing that you're prepared. There's a big difference there. One of the things that I'd like more information about is that what qualifications does somebody have to be a member of your team, in particular the rescue squads?
Okay, so they have to be at least 18 years of age. Beyond that, we provide their education. So through the state of North Carolina, college tuition for any kind of emergency services, Con Ed or public safety is waived. So we provide their books and things like that is not waived. The state waives their tuition, and we require members to become an EMT within 6 months of joining. And within 5 years of joining, they have to obtain their state technical rescuer. We put that out to 5 years because that's a lot of classes. It's 18 different classes. So it can take some time to get all of that. Actually, I think it's up to 19 now because the state added a new class just this year. But those are the things that we require that keeps us. We have to have a certain number of technical rescuers, especially because that's our main mission. We run first response for EMS, but our main, mission statement is for rescue. So we have to maintain a certain number of rescuers just to keep that standard. So we make sure that everyone has those qualifications. Got to have a clean driving record, a clean criminal record, of course. But other than that, people come to us a lot of times even straight out of high school, or, people that have retired and are looking for something to do in the community. We, other than filling out an application and meeting the requirements and getting a good physical, that's about all we require. We get you the rest that you need.
Do you find you're getting all of the requests that you need for people, or is this kind of a unknown value to people?
As far as the SARS-CoV-2 virus, or?
No, just, I've done a lot of work in career management, and particularly in the last 5 years at the college level. And the biggest problem for a lot of folks is they just don't know what opportunities are out there. And when they think of medicine, they only think in terms of hospitals. They don't realize that, hey, I like medicine, but I'd really like to be, a frontline person. And I just don't know if you're flooded with, applications or whether it's thin.
Well, volunteerism in 2020 is not flooded anywhere with applications. We're in the, and I can say it because I are one, but millennials, most of the millennials have the mindset of, you want me to do what for free? So we're not flooded with applications, but we are blessed to have the membership that we do right now. Our membership right now is higher than it's been in the last few years. So that is good. We're always looking for new people. I think one of the reasons that we're wanting to get back to meeting in May, we actually have a couple applications pending right now. But yeah, you're right. A lot of people don't realize the opportunities in medicine. My full-time job, I'm a critical care paramedic for the county. And then I work part-time at Hugh Chatham ER as a nurse in the ER. So people don't realize all the opportunities that are out there to perform medicine in our community. But a lot of people that especially, start working at the hospitals or EMS, things like that, do get their start here. I encourage people before they take a 2-year paramedic course or nurse course to find out if this is something that, is for you, because I've seen people go through the education system and then realize, man, this isn't what I want to do. And they've essentially not wasted, but they've used 2 years of their time that they could have been putting towards something else. So we do see a lot of people that, I don't want to say use us as a stepping stone, but at least use us to get a start in their career. And, we get some use out of them as well in the meantime.
Yeah. Could you tell the group what defines heavy rescue?
Yeah. So the truck behind me actually is our heavy rescue truck. And I'll kind of try to give you a little bit of a view of it, but it's a really big truck. We are one of the, I think Elkin Rescue is actually working on getting their heavy rescue certification. But right now we're the only heavy rescue squad in the county. Basically what that means is any kind of rescue that could come out, we can handle. So whether it be a high angle rescue, something mountainous terrain, or something from, someone passes out or has a medical emergency on a building, we've got to get them down somehow. And obviously the ladder they climbed up isn't an option. So whether it be high angle rescue using ropes and Stokes baskets, or trench rescue, we have a lot of construction done around here. The trench boxes aren't always used like they should be. So, things like that can be a potential danger. Or the biggest thing that we do, the most common rescue we do is vehicle extrication, where we're cutting vehicles open to get people out that have been involved in accidents. We have lots of lifting equipment, and especially cribbing is something that we use a lot. And that's kind of one of the things that define you as a heavy or medium or light duty rescue squad. Cribbing is nothing more than white pine blocks, but it's what we use to do some of our lifting. When we've got a saying, we lift an inch, we crib an inch. So anything we lift, we don't want to fall back down on someone or something. So it requires a lot of wood that's on that truck and a lot of weight. And then of course we've got tools to be able to do train extrication or rescue, any kind of big rig like our, over the road tractors. It's an equipment heavy certification. It took us a few years to get it. I was working on it while I was assistant chief, and when I became chief in 2015, we finally, was able to get that certification, and we've kept it since. But like I said, it's an equipment heavy certification. And since then, we've been still growing with our equipment and things like that. We apply for a 50/50 grant through the state office of fire marshal every year. And with that grant, we're usually buying some kind of rescue equipment, and usually, turnout gear that is aged out for our members. But we're constantly growing our equipment cache. We bought this truck behind me in 2011 with intentions of having room to grow, and we've almost already filled it up. So
wow.
We have this truck behind me, and then we have another rescue truck that is our medium duty rescue that's behind it. We have 2 ambulances. We have a quick response vehicle and a chief's vehicle. Those are both F-250s that have rescue equipment on them. And then we have a ATV that's for our off-road rescue. We have a flat bottom boat for static and dive rescue, and then a swiftwater boat that is a inflatable watercraft for swiftwater rescue. Right. Yeah. It's usually people don't think about us until they need us. They see us on the worst day of their lives, and usually a lot of times, and that's when we're there. But I know someone, I think Pat had actually mentioned that she had benefited from our services before. So once people see you and they understand what you're here for, it gives them another level of respect in what you do and what we're able to provide for the community. But as far as compensation, our department is funded through the United Fund of Surrey, Surrey County itself. We do get an allotment from the county, and we of course we rely heavily on fundraisers, like I said earlier. So there's always a need for more financial support. We do the best we can and try to be, good stewards of the monies that we're given. But nobody here is compensated monetarily. I tell everybody, thank you for what you've done. I'll add another 0 to your check this month, because they all know. So